Looking for the perfect grooming experience for your pup? Welcome to Carley's Fairy Tale Dog Grooming, located at 8 North Main Street in Pittston. We offer boutique-style grooming with a focus on quality over quantity. Your furry friend will enjoy a cage-free, stress-free environment where they will feel comfortable and pampered. At Carley's, we make sure every dog leaves feeling and looking like royalty. Call 541-410-9582 or stop in today to book your appointment at Carley's Fairy Tale Dog Grooming. Welcome to Food Fight. I am your host, Brian DiMattia's. We are presented by Conversion Works Media. In the arena today to promote Mohegan Fall Brawl is owner and operator of Dooley's Pub and Eatery in Old Forge, Chris Coyne. Chris, welcome back to Food Fight.
We're back again. I can't believe it.
Round two, baby.
Round two.
Round
ding,
two.
ding.
I couldn't think of a better round two than to present some boxing in there. I fucking love when the fights come to the area, whether it's MMA or boxing, because it's my career now. I love it. Absolutely love it. Real funny thing is I used to hate when they be on the ground in MMA. Yeah. What the hell's going on, right?
Yeah, you had to stand. Couldn't see.
Yeah, now, well, I know it was boring to me, but now I know what they're doing down there. So now I go watch somebody for 5 minutes, be like, all he has to do is get his hook over there.
Right.
He's working on it.
I think he just took that elbow.
Yes, I love it. I love it. It's so great. But you're here for round two, and you also came out of retirement from promoting boxing matches. Am I right?
Unfortunately, you're right.
I saw one of your first posts, and you seem so excited for it. Like, I know it's a lot of work, but you could tell that you're excited about it.
It's a tremendous amount of work. Like I said, I know. It's like the jiu-jitsu game with you. Okay, once it's in your blood, it's in your blood. Mm-hmm. It's a disease. It travels through every vein. So you could get out of it. You could try to get out of it. It's going to draw you back every time. Mm-hmm. And I tell everybody, I've loved boxing since I'm literally this big. I know you and I had discussed when I was just a little guy. I don't even know if I was 5 yet. And I tell everybody this story because they always ask me, how'd you get involved? How'd you get involved? Why did you want to do this? My dad was a huge boxing fan. I just turned 60, okay? And I would go to the fights with him in the 70s, late 60s. I was born in 65, so we're talking about 1969. I was 4 years old, 1970, 71, when the likes of guys like Larry Holmes were fighting their first couple professional fights at the Scranton CYC.
I know it's to be the CYC. I remember.
And when I tell this story all the time, Brian. When I'm 5 years old, holding my dad's hand and walking up those steps to the CYC, you think you're walking into Madison Square Garden.
What an event walking. I was for wrestling. Like when you're a little kid, you walk in there, you see the bowling. What the hell? Where are we?
You're in awe, right? And back then, it was just, there was no big
There's
theatrics.
2 floors there, too. There's two levels in that place, too. It's great. Not a bad seat in the whole joint.
Right. And there's, like I say, no theatrics, no flashing lights and loud music. One lonely light hanging over the ring that literally somebody hoisted down with a rope and it just hung there. Place was full of smoke.
Just like the movie Cinderella Man, right?
Remember
how they recreated the oldest. Was that a good rendition of it? The way the winning ring looked?
It definitely is. It definitely is.
Oh, man.
And those guys, and then all of a sudden it was just something I loved doing. And back then it was every 6, 8, 10 weeks there was a fight. And held at the CYC, and I've seen so many great fighters come through there. Back in those days, and since then it's just something I've fell in love with, followed it, toyed with it myself, but never got into the actual boxing game myself physically. Just the business end.
Well,
of it.
I sent you a picture last week of my students, striking.
You're like striking class. Yeah,
fucking be there right now. We were packed that night.
Yeah,
we're packed that night. We put on a really good striking program down there. Muay Thai.
Yeah, well, you're multifaceted down there, though. Mm-hmm. You do a little bit of everything.
Muay Thai and Jiu-Jitsu.
Yeah.
That's what we do down there. Muay Thai and Jiu-Jitsu. I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. It's fantastic.
It's in your blood now,
It
right?
is. Yeah. It is. It's definitely in my blood because of the satisfaction I get from teaching the kids and seeing their progression.
Yeah, everybody has some sort of identity.
The adults
You've grown into that identity.
Yeah. Yes, I did. Yeah. From being a bum, getting kicked out of your place. Remember?
Listen, let's change topics quick.
Okay. Remember Rocco? Remember me and Rocco? We got into a fight?
Yeah.
Rocco broke his arm?
Oh, yeah. I do.
We definitely brought it up last time, too. Yeah. It's hard not to. Every once in a while, I'm like, Rocco, remember that time? Like, hey, Joanna? He goes, because all I had to say to him was like, Brian, you let that guy talk to you that way?
Yeah.
He was just like, Rocco, like, fuck that. He pushes him over. Jeez, you ever been in Dooley's, Brian?
long time ago.
So if you were on this, so the door's over here and the bar comes around. Well, the incident happened here, and we fought our way out to that door.
Yeah. Hey, knock on wood.
That's a long time ago.
A long time ago. We're there. I'm there.
Yeah, I was
my partner, myself, Mark, my partner, and myself. We're at 25-year point now.
That was probably 20 years ago.
Yeah,
at least. Back. Yeah. Officer Bosey was still on the job.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
God rest his soul.
Yep. God rest him.
He was a good guy.
He was. He was a real good guy.
Officer Bosey was a good guy. He could have had me one day.
Yeah.
One time, remember they used to bust our balls for parking in the lots?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Well, he came in the one day, and he wanted to bring me in for loitering, and he wanted to check I had a bowl in my pocket.
Yeah.
I don't want a bowl. I go, Bofy.
Yeah.
I go, Bosey, just let me go home.
Yeah.
I go, if I go home right now, I'll leave my car here. I'll even walk home right now. I live at the street, and he'd let me go. I was like,
those were the days where, hey, leave the car, give me your keys.
Yeah, the 90s.
You got beer in there? Yeah, I'm going to take it.
Early 90s, late 90s, early 2000s. Well, we could get into 04's nostalgia the whole episode, but our main goal today is boxing, and boxing is making its way back to NEPA. When was the last time there was a boxing card in Northeast? I know MMA. It's been a while too, right?
Well, I've been out of the MMA now for several years, and even the boxing, because I told you I got out of the boxing game. I don't think I haven't run a professional show even in the area.
Nobody has.
Nobody has.
Yeah, let's get into that.
You have to be nuts to do it. So that's why it hasn't been run, and that's basically the only reason I am involved in it again.
Somebody approach you?
Ed Kunkel. Ed Kunkel is the new commissioner of the Pennsylvania State Athletic Commission. He was second in command at one point under Greg Serb. Greg Serb, tyrant. He was a great guy though. With Greg Serb, you knew what you were getting.
Sounds familiar.
Well, he was the executive director of the PA Athletic Commission for, I don't know, I got to say 30 years. Okay. He recently retired. Ed Kunkel, another guy, great guy. And I knew him throughout the years of promoting MMA and boxing. And when Greg retired, Ed took over. Ed called me and he said, "Hey, you got to help me out." I said, "What do you mean?" I thought, do you know this fighter? Do you know that fighter? Some advice on some guy. And he said, "No, I need you to run some shows." I said, "Ed, I've been out of the game about 3 years, okay?" And I explained to him that my son's in college and I work 2 full-time jobs. And this putting together...
Is the restaurant a full-time job? I'm fucking with you.
Oh, boy. Yeah, right? It's a double job.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Double job. So he said, "Look, do what you can do for me." And I said to him, "Look, let me think about it. Let me mull it over in my mind what we're going to do." And of course, ran it by my wife, and she said, "No, absolutely not." She goes, "Because I know what kind of stress that is." And
how fast was that shutdown?
It wasn't even. You
didn't get the words out.
Yeah, I didn't get the words out. It wasn't even like I could have it over a drink because I couldn't even have it over a sip. Forget about it. It's done. Yeah. So the way I think she found out about that we're going to be running another show and trying to get this thing going again was probably on social media, which probably wasn't a good idea.
Oh, no shit, Chris.
Yeah. Yeah, so
you can sleep here if you want.
It's a big room in here, believe it or not. I don't know what the camera shows. It's a fairly big room.
That chair is very comfortable. Brian's sitting in too. Yeah.
So, and I'm only right up the hill, but I might be down here with a sleeping bag.
Let me know if you need a place to stay.
Yeah.
All right. Kingston's not too far away either.
And listen, I get it. I understand it because I know she knows how much it stresses me out, and she bears with me as the process takes place. And the evening of the fight, she's there always to help, so she'll be at the front door handling stuff because, you're talking a significant amount of money coming through the doors, but you're talking more so going out the doors at the end of the night. So, but somebody's got to take care of that, so she's there to help, reluctantly, but nonetheless.
That's good support. I guess she came around, right?
Yeah. Just for this one. Yeah.
Let's get through this one first. One round.
One round, yeah.
One fight at a time.
Round one.
Yeah, this is round one. Round one of...
Let's not say I'm officially, unofficially.
It's just a one-off, right?
It's a one-off. Let's see what happens kind of thing, yeah. Yeah, more or less, yeah.
Yes. I love that a lot. Let's get into what did you have when he reached out and you said, yes, let's do it, and you go into work mode, like get the fighters going? Like, what's the process to get fighters to come to these venues and the contracts, everything that goes into it? I can't imagine.
Getting the fighters to come and trying to make matches is number 96 on the list of 746 things to do.
746
prior to even contacting a fighter who is on the what we call the A side or the B side. Okay, the A side is your hometown guys, your ticket seller guys, and the guys who you were trying to push on your side. Now, trying to find them matches is a different story.
Can we imagine?
Okay, so I deal with two matchmakers. They're professional matchmakers. It's what they do for a living. They're licensed through the state. So, like as a promoter, I am. This is a side gig for me, but it's a full-time job.
Sure.
So it's weird how it's hard to explain because when when you're trying to run an event that's this size, usually you have a team. You'll have a logistics team, you'll have a matchmaking team, you'll have a medical team, you guys that get everything done with your physicals, eye exams, blood work, any kind of CAT scans, all your licensing paperwork and stuff done through the state. So we're looking at 10 fights on this card. Could it be 8 or 9? Absolutely. That's the way the boxing game works. Mm-hmm. It's no different than the MMA game. It's no different than when you watch a major event on DAZN or you watch a major event with UFC and you see your main event or your co-main event and 3 days prior that main event is changed, mm-hmm. or they took a guy who was on the co-main event or a feature fight and he's moved up to the main event. It's combat sports. How many times have you been injured? You've gotten tweaked, pulled muscles, broken bones, fingers, whatever. It's just what it is. It's not volleyball.
And then an eye poke.
Yeah,
Takes out the main event.
It happens all the time. Yep.
Eye pokes are not fun.
Yeah, I mean,
people think people are pussies maybe sometimes. Oh, it's just I know you can't see anything.
Yeah.
And your other eye's closed too because I'm sorry. It's
That's
a big
just
deal.
The way it is.
They got to change their gloves. UFC.
Well, open fingers. Now with the new boxing gloves, as you see there's an example right there. The thumbs are attached. So you can't really get the thumb. The thumb has an attachment to it. So
I see that.
It sort of helps. They might be laced too tight for you to get on.
I think we're good.
Yeah.
Okay, come here, Bri. See how this works. Those are nice gloves.
Yeah. See if they work out, right?
See if they work.
Test them.
See if they work. But you know what I'm talking about, though? Like they show the gloves they use in, I think it's one, where it just comes around the fingers.
Oh, yeah.
How simple a solution is that?
Oh, yeah.
That's closed off.
Yeah.
Fingers pointing out and bends your hand to that way.
Yeah. Covers you up better.
I guess the jiu-jitsu part of it, that's why they keep the open fingers. Your hands. Yep. They keep the open fingers for the jiu-jitsu part of it. Right. I get it. Yeah. I totally get it. So give and take.
Yeah.
We all know our battles. So you were talking about how we got 10 fights. By the time Saturday night comes,
I've had probably throughout this process, if I could honestly drag it up on my phone now because I have a contact with the commission that goes through. It's called BoxRec.
Okay.
It's the national site. It shows any fighters. Shows any fighter in the world you can look up, their management, their record, their wins and losses, how they won, how they lost, their medical situation. So that's like the Bible of professional boxing. So once you get your A-side fighters, which are your hometown guys, like I said, or your regional guys, or your guys you're promoting, then you're looking for the opponents. So if I have a kid that's 10-0 in Pennsylvania, you're not bringing in a guy that's 5-5. They're just not accepting it. It has to be a legit opponent. Now you could get fights down in Kentucky, Tennessee, North Carolina, where the commissions are more lax, more lenient, and you could bring a guy up from Mexico, and he literally and truthfully may have a record of 3-49.
So
that's the truth.
Why are some states looser on that versus some states that are tighter? Let's take PA versus Kentucky for an example.
It's just the recognition of the commissions, the athletic commissions, and right now there's a lot of the commissions are going to a system that's called the BSI scale, and that scale takes into consideration, and I think there's 15 or 16 states right now with that, and that's what most states are going to be turning to now with their commissions because it takes the guessing game out of it. You look up a fighter, and it ranks that fighter on a scale. How many rounds has he fought professionally? So it's how much mileage is on his body.
Okay.
How old is he? Anybody that's 36 years old or over needs advanced medicals. Okay.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, we're out. Anybody that has been stopped or knocked out three out of 4 consecutive fights, you're not getting past. That adds a number and a total to your BSI scale. So there's probably been, during this process, I think we've probably submitted 35 to 40 matches that were denied.
For this event?
For this event.
That must have been exhausting.
It's exhausting.
Wait, back up 1 second, Chris.
Yeah, sure.
A fighter that gets knocked out 3 out of 4 fights,
yes.
Is he going to have trouble getting a fight anywhere? Or
no.
Just in tougher states?
Just in the more reputable states.
Okay.
That's why when you do see the main shows, the main boxing events, they're held in certain states. When you see these fraudulent Jake Paul exhibitions,
Can't stand that shit.
no, or you see an aged fighter like Mike Tyson. Look, listen, the man was one of the greatest ever.
Let's discuss Tyson and Paul.
But now he comes and he fights a guy like Jake Paul. That's not going to be held anywhere.
What did you think of that fight?
Well,
that was in Vegas, though, wasn't it?
I believe that might have been in Vegas, yeah. But it wasn't.
That was a money match.
It's a grab.
I get what you're saying.
We all know it was a grab.
You think Tyson laid back?
I don't know. For 16 or 18 million, you'd lay back. There was
that one.
Yeah.
There was that one. That was
video.
I was just discussing this with my buddy Tyler about glory versus money.
Sure.
How much money you think Tyson's going to lay down for $16 more million when he's already I mean, you got NBA players right now gambling.
Hasn't been very great at managing money.
Yeah, that's
true.
true.
We also have NBA players now. That guy taking himself out of the game for a couple grand.
Yeah.
But that's the addiction of it.
It's the addiction of it.
That's the addiction. Yeah. That's not about having money.
Not at that point.
That's the gambling excitement of that. That's having too much money and being bored.
You know what the addiction of it is? The addiction of it is now Floyd Mayweather coming back to fight Manny Pacquiao.
Is that happening?
That? It's all over the place.
This should have happened years ago when Pacquiao turned it down. They're both primed pretty much, right? Pacquiao
did fight.
Yeah, but they should have fought years before that. Pacquiao, he didn't want to do. What was the drug test that Mayweather wanted Pacquiao to do? Was it a test before the fight that would have wore him out or something like that? Correct me if I'm wrong.
I think it was a somewhere on the lines of like an anabolic kind of test.
It was a test before the fight, and Pacquiao's team made it seem like it was going to take him out of his training to do it. If I remember, that was a long time ago.
Yeah, it was a long time ago. I honestly don't remember what the test was, but I think it was a performance enhancing.
And he said no.
And he said,
"Why would you say no unless you were doing it?"
Yeah,
It drives me fucking crazy. Steroids in MMA and jiu-jitsu drives me crazy. I'm a master worlds athlete.
Right.
I'm 44. I'm natural.
Right.
Some of these guys are on TRT. They don't even need it.
Yeah.
It's called steroids.
Yeah.
And I thought that's what to compete with sometimes.
Well, yeah. I mean, the older they get, obviously, you got guys competing in Nagas and stuff. They're in their 50s.
I won't do. I'll do Naga tournaments. I won't do ADCC. They're fucking rip my leg off.
Yeah.
And most Naga, I won't do Nogi.
No. Correct me if I'm wrong. Naga is only gi, correct?
And ADCC you're thinking about.
Okay.
IBJJF.
Yeah.
That's what I compete in at Worlds in Vegas. They're gi and no-gi.
Oh, okay.
But the ADCC,
okay,
that's just no-gi. And it's the Wild West.
Yeah.
That's the ones that Ryan Gordon and all those guys do. There's no-gi. It's all... Ryan Gordon break his arm. In tap, it was sick.
These commissions we're talking about, these state commissions. There's certain states that are known as the Wild West because you literally go there with a physical in hand. That's it. Mm-hmm. Talk about like West Virginia, Kentucky, those kind of states. You walk in with a physical that a doctor did for you, and that's it.
It could be made up.
There's no blood work involved. Come on.
And PA does
everything,
full workup.
Everything.
That just keeps everybody safe. I want to know I'm completely safe to go in there and get punched in the face for fucking 12 rounds.
Right. And then you know what? As that boxer is building up, or that MMA guy, as he's building up his record and his resume, it's very clear to see where he fought, who he fought.
That's a big deal.
And it's a big deal because eventually down the road, those guys are, they're not doing it just for the hobby. They're doing it professionally now at this stage. To make money.
Yeah.
This is now a career choice. It's not a weekend warrior hobby. So, as a guy builds his record up, 6-0, 7-0, 8-0, 9-0, he's going to get that call eventually from PBC Boxing, from a bigger promotion but they're going to look, well, who's he fought? Where's he fought?
So Pennsylvania, someone that's 9-0 who fought in PA or New York,
They're all
someone
legit.
who's 9-0 who fought in Kentucky or some other state,
Right.
different 10s and O's.
Different 10s and O's.
Fighting, and you know that for kind of like a fact. You see their opponents, you see their records, you see everything. Like he fought bums.
100%.
This guy fought no bums.
Absolutely.
Who wins that match?
Pretty clear. Yeah, pretty clear. I know a lot of 4 and 10 guys from the Philly area.
That's tough down there, right?
You don't. If I could bring a 14-0 guy to fight him, that 14-0 guy, as I say, better wear 2 mouthpieces because that first one's getting knocked out within the first 30 seconds. Because those boys down there, they ain't messing around in Philly and Baltimore.
I bet they aren't.
They're in those gyms. They're sparring professional fighters all day long.
So Philly and Baltimore, big towns.
Two tough.
I know Philly is, but Baltimore is a big boxing town.
Big boxing town. Just
was it always a
tough
boxing?
street kids.
Was it always a boxing town?
Yeah,
Baltimore.
Yeah, Baltimore is always a boxing town.
I do love
Boston
the history
area.
of boxing. I love the history of boxing so much. Yeah. I really, really do. Sorry, I get caught up sometimes. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's just,
I love it too. That's why I'm just roped back in again. Yeah, really in.
You're right back in. At least the wife's supporting it. That's why.
Let's not stretch.
That's why I went to Italy for fucking a month.
Yeah. Well, that's the trade-off.
Did you tell her before? Oh, it had to be before because it was.
Oh yeah.
This is before.
Oh yeah. She knew. Well, as we were out there in Italy this time, we've been there before. As we were out there this time, every evening, I'd be online. Or I'd be on Facebook messaging.
It'd be afternoon here, right?
Yeah, 6-hour time difference. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What's the best thing you ate out there?
Oh, the pizza.
The best thing. What was the one particular? We'll get the pizza in a second. Yeah. But if you could zone out to you remember sitting in front of a plate, what was the best thing you ate out there?
Well, I did a lot of pastas. Obviously, all fresh, delicious. Now my wife did all the fish, lobster dishes. Mm-hmm. All the fresh fish where you can have a piece of fish this big to bring out,
Sounds amazing.
Oh, the food was fantastic.
Yeah.
Have you ever been?
No.
It's a bucket list, right?
Oh, yeah.
But this particular trip was Venice to Rome to Otranto to Alberbello.
I want to see the Colosseum. I'm sure you went there.
Oh, yeah.
How about the history there?
That's amazing.
You could probably, especially like kind of gladiators ourselves in a way, you know?
Yeah.
Having that. I get chills just thinking about it. I can imagine this being there.
It was we were up and down about going there because I read so many different things on it. We doing some research before the trip. Obviously, my wife's the research queen. She does everything. Like we don't book through any kind of agencies. Mm-hmm. She books.
She's the agency.
Yeah, I show up with a backpack. I'm going to be honest.
That's the way to do it, bro.
Yeah, I travel light, and she's got everything itinerary. I don't even know the towns we're going to.
My buddy
to,
Keenan does the Airbnbs for our jiu-jitsu trips. My buddy Keenan.
Oh yeah.
If we go away for trips for jiu-jitsu, he's the Airbnb guy.
Oh yeah.
He'll look up 10 different ones, send them all. I'm like, bro, I like a bed.
Yeah.
My own room.
Yeah.
Great.
That's it.
So she does everything for you. It's great. So
yeah, she handles the whole thing. So I mean, like, I show up.
Where am I going?
I know. I know it's bad to say, but
not really.
I show up.
If she wants to do it, does she want your help booking airline tickets, or she wants to do it herself?
Right. She does it all herself.
Yeah. So it's something she enjoys to do.
I'm there for the ride and enjoying it. Yeah.
That's it.
I wish I was. I should be contributing more. Let's put it that way.
You're going.
I'm going. Yeah. I'm going.
You're putting on boxing matches for her next week.
That's right.
What more could you do for her?
What? I mean,
she needs to appreciate.
Yeah. Wives have to appreciate
their
husbands.
She's gonna kill. She's gonna punch me in the face on Saturday.
Yeah. Where she sees you next time. Yeah.
She'll be like, boom. Yeah. Give me a boop right in the face. All right. So Saturday's coming up.
We're a little over a week away.
Mm-hmm.
It's quick. It's coming. It came up quick. This thing was conceived 6 months ago.
Yeah. This episode's gonna come out. Well, it's Thursday, so this Saturday is going to be the fights.
No.
It's going to come out next week, this episode.
Oh, yes, you're correct.
Let's do some future talk.
Yeah,
Trust
I forgot
me.
it.
Fucks me up, too.
Yeah, a couple days later. Yeah, and we're time warping.
Yeah,
okay.
We're time warping the next week.
It's next week.
Right.
Yes.
Next week.
Yes. Yeah. It's already, your fights are this Saturday, Chris. Yeah. You better be ready. Better get some sleep.
Oh, I got a lot to do in the next 24 hours.
How many cans?
This is insane.
How many cans did you make today?
I don't know. Probably in the 4 to 6 million range. Yeah.
That's it.
That's
46
it.
million.
Yeah.
46 million.
That's crazy.
It is crazy. It is. We talked about that last time. I was fucking blew my mind last time with that. I said it was a fascinating job. You're like, what? I think it's pretty interesting.
Yeah. I mean, for a couple of weeks, it's interesting. Then it's just another job. It's a lot of work.
You got a few more years left, right?
Yeah, hopefully. I mean,
you're planning your retirement, and you were planning that last year. So,
listen, we're all planning retirement at some point, right? Now, when I'm going to,
that's why I'm doing this. I'm planning. I want to get to episode 1,000. Maybe I can retire.
Yeah.
What do you think, Brian?
Yeah, but I have a lot of different hats to retire from, though. So maybe one at a time.
That's good. That's good. Whatever one makes you work a little less.
I haven't found that one yet.
You get there.
Yeah,
the restaurant's going to keep you
Eventually
busy forever.
Yeah.
Keep you busy.
Restaurant's tough.
Keep you busy forever.
And the schedule where I work, the full time up at Ball is tough. But I love the guys. The guys I work with are great guys, man. They make going to work every day a pleasure.
That's good.
Having good guys I became friends with, and I enjoy their company. You know.
And if that's what makes work maybe not work sometimes, it's still work.
I agree.
You know what I mean? Like,
work's work wherever you go.
I'm going to leave here. This is work for me. This is my food fight brand has turned into work, but not in a bad way.
Right.
I treat it as work now because it's important to me.
Sure.
And I hope to get financially compensated for it, which has started. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I want to make more out of it. And it also just like you be in the restaurant, you give back to the community by supplying great food, atmosphere, place to hang out. I train the kids, train the adults. I give back a little bit. I help the restaurants around the area. I feel good doing that. I get something out of that.
We just had a last Thursday with the Old Forge football team. They do a nice thing up there. Actually, my sister's
the
part
restaurants
of it.
feed them, right?
The restaurants feed them. We had last Thursday. It's called Team Eats. So the team, the whole team eats on a Thursday night, and
they come out to eat at the field house.
No, at the field house.
Okay.
They come and they get it, and they
Love
bring
that.
it. They bring it to them, and they set up a buffet for them and all. We
seen-
had last week. And
Yeah, I've seen everyone in town doing it.
everyone in town
great.
does it. It's a good thing. I mean,
It's a good thing.
it's something that I think I don't know how it was conceived and who actually started. I know it's been going for a few years now, and every year they have one of the nights where we contribute, and everybody does. Everybody in town.
I think they were getting fed like every day during doubles.
During doubles, yeah, that's a daily thing.
That started a couple of years ago. I probably branched off of that.
Yeah, a lot of schools do that, though. They have,
Not my day. Shit,
No.
I eat a sandwich back in the 90s.
Yeah.
Go home, come back in an hour.
an old bologna sandwich and an apple. Yeah.
Coach Galitz. Remember Coach Galitz? Remember Ray Galitz?
Oh, yeah, sure.
He was my coach.
Yeah.
That was his era.
Yeah.
The Hurricane.
Yeah. Yeah.
All like this. I still talk to him on social media sometimes.
Yeah.
He's a good guy. But we did doubles, like an 8-hour work shift. It wasn't morning and come back at nighttime, which I was used to seeing the varsity doing. It was come in for 8:30,
eat lunch break
till noon, eat lunch,
Yeah.
practice till 4 o'clock.
Right.
Then you go home and die.
Yeah. Pretty much for the rest of the day or the rest of the evening, you're out cold. Yeah.
One of my biggest regrets.
Yeah.
We talked about that last time, me quitting football.
Yeah.
So we're going to shift from boxing real fast. We'll close out on that. But I did watch your Scranton Eagles documentary
Oh yeah.
twice.
Oh yeah. It was pretty cool.
Love stuff like that. And that whole history of that. I definitely went to a few games back in the day. The helmet's just so, it always reminded me of the Seahawks helmet a little bit. It was just
similar
like the
logo.
nostalgia of that. And then we were just up at the Glider Diner.
Yeah.
And then we went to the Lace Village,
Yep,
which is
yep,
beautiful
yep,
now.
yeah.
But the Glider, I tell my buddy Mike, I go, Mike, you see this field right here? I got this like glory field here. Back in the day, guys our age,
It really was.
playing football. He goes, what do you mean? He goes, I go the Scranton Eagles back in the day, man, semi-pro league.
Yeah.
These guys are in their anywhere from 20s to 40s.
Yeah.
All playing together,
Oh, yeah.
trying to stay young.
Yep,
And it wasn't easy to play. They were like superstars back in the day.
Oh, back in the day, man.
Man, the documentary was so good. Yeah. What kind of feedback did you get from people?
Well, actually, Ben Piavis from WVIA, my mistake. Channel 44. He was a offensive guard for us, and he was the one, along with John Kennedy, who produced the documentary.
So good.
He did a fantastic job, man. It was the research and the old footage and the interviews and what a coordination that he had to put together for it. But I have a newfound appreciation for what he did there.
Mm-hmm.
That's so much work.
Yeah.
But the final product came out fantastic. And
It was
then
really good.
They had a screening of it downtown at the cinemas.
Mm-hmm.
John Basilegas
Yeah,
place.
just met him. I just met him last week.
Yeah.
For the first time up at the Scranton Market up there.
Oh, okay.
What a great guy.
Yeah.
Really nice
I'm
guy.
actually headed up there tonight as well. I have a local news one of our local news
Nice.
sports. We have an interview up there tonight because
Nice.
there's a gym in the Steamtown Mall.
Yeah, the Crunch.
No, not the
Oh,
Crunch.
is there?
Boxing gym, yeah.
Oh, no
Yeah,
shit.
Jimmy Simmerall has a boxing gym in
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
That's great.
So he's got a great place up there. Beautiful, clean, well lit. I mean, just it's not your quintessential boxing gym that you think of, dirty, dungy.
What's the old store it's in?
And it's
part?
in, it's right. It's on the first floor there. It's
Okay.
but it's a great place, and kudos to him. He's got a really nice system up there, a really nice setup.
That's great. I know when Good Tree MMA Wilkes-Barre, they're looking for spots down here.
Yeah.
They flirted with the mall because the mall down here has so
Right.
many open spaces.
Oh, so
But
much.
the thought of, I go honestly, like I'm not going to drive to the mall parking lot, walk inside the mall,
Right.
walk to the jiu-jitsu place, wherever it may be,
Right.
and then we got to be out by 9 o'clock no matter what.
Right.
And then if the mall closes, we close.
Right.
Imagine we were open there and the power was out for 20 days.
Right.
So that didn't last long. It was cheap though. It wasn't expensive, but they wouldn't build everything. They wouldn't build anything out, and it didn't make sense to have people drive to the mall to walk inside. It just didn't make any sense. It didn't make any sense for a gym like that.
What a
Steamtown's
shame,
different.
All those places.
Steamtown's different because
Yeah.
it's
I mean,
it's not really a mall.
right.
It's not really a mall. It's different now
Yeah,
than
it's
what
not
it
as
used
much
to be.
walking
It's different. And people that are boxing, it's a little different than the MMA in a way. I feel like when you're going to go be a boxer, you're going to go be a boxer.
Yeah.
MMA's, does that make sense?
In a way, yeah. Because MMA though, you have
Other options.
Yeah, you have like you said, it's not just like you don't have a room full of fighters.
Right.
You have a room.
We have competitors, we have fighters, we have
Right.
hobbyists.
You have hobbyists. You have people that are trying to get in shape.
Mm-hmm.
You have male. You have female.
Everyone's there for,
Yeah. You have older. You have youth. You have everything there.
most people are there, and self-defense is like maybe third or fourth on their list.
Yeah.
It's camaraderie. They want new friends,
Yeah.
exercise, discipline.
skill set.
I think you get all that. I think the best thing that gets brought out of mixed martial arts and boxing as well, or any kind of sport, is confidence.
Oh, no doubt.
You get your confidence levels there. Your confidence levels are here. You're walking around with your head down. I used to be that guy.
Yeah.
And jiu-jitsu and this whole new way of life, I walk around with my head up now. My posture's a little bit better.
Look at it. These are the kind of sports that they're not weekend hobbies. They're lifestyles.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lifestyle.
Yeah, I have a jiu-jitsu lifestyle. There's no question about it. It's the whole thing. I like to lift weights too, so I got that. Yeah. It's the whole entire lifestyle. And you need people in your life that appreciate that lifestyle, not the ones that are going to break your balls.
Right.
Different story. If I'm leaving 3 kids at home to go train jiu-jitsu and I'm like, oh, see you later.
Right.
That's a different story.
Right.
But if you don't got kids, even if you have kids, you need time for yourselves. And I know you don't need someone in this sport breaking your balls about it.
Right. I agree.
There's always levels of it, though, of course. But you need someone that's going to support you. Are you going to roll tonight? Because you told me you get your ass kicked last night. You're going to get better?
Right.
That's the type of person I want in my life.
Right.
Who's going to encourage you. Yeah. And that's the kind of sports that you need encouragement in.
In all aspects of life.
Like Adrian and Rocky.
Yeah.
Rocky couldn't do anything without Adrian.
True.
Remember Rocky 2?
Yeah.
Couldn't train. He was a disaster. Rocky 3 was a disaster, too. Yeah. Rocky 3 was a different reason, though, but his confidence was down.
Yeah.
In Rocky 2,
yeah.
Well, he was worried about Adrian. And then she's like, fucking win.
Yeah.
And Mickey's like, hold, what are we waiting for? Hold this.
Yeah.
You can quote the whole movie, you know?
Yeah.
And then, Rocky 3, Adrian had to be like, wake the fuck up. Yeah. And he's like, I'm scared.
Yeah. Pull your head out of your ass here.
You want to hear me say I'm afraid? So what? Everybody's afraid. I'd be afraid too going to Mr. T.
Yeah. Was it Mr. T then?
Mr. T is the one that beat him in the beginning of the first fight. He beat him.
I forget. There's so many.
So Rocky 3.
For God's sake, I think we're still doing them, aren't we?
Rocky 3. Oh, I love Rocky movies. Rocky 3. He started off with him winning the belt,
right?
And then him winning like maybe 13 matches. They showed 13 fights. Him and Adrian getting richer. Then the money he's doing he's doing the Visa commercial, the MasterCard commercial, right? He's playing with the Muppets.
Yeah.
I guess he learned how to read from Rocky 2,
okay.
So that's good.
Yeah.
And then he fought Hulk Hogan.
Yeah, I remember that.
Hulk Hogan got fired from WWE for that.
Because of that?
McMahon, the father McMahon, told Hogan, absolutely not. You're going to not, because kayfabe was a huge thing back then.
Excuse me.
He goes, you're absolutely not doing it. And Hogan's like, I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
I'm going to go do it. You're not going to hire me. So he went, got fired, did it.
And got rehired.
Huge. Mr. McMahon hired him back.
Yeah.
The son took
Sure.
over and hired Hogan back.
Right.
Rocky III is just like, it was so much going on in that. Then he lost to Mr. T. Then he went to California, trained with Apollo. And then he went beat Mr. T. And I remember Pauly's like, Rocky goes to Apollo. He's like, it's about 7, 8 years to get used to him. And Paul's like, I ain't got 10 years.
Right. Yeah.
You see his face.
You got a wealth of information on the Rocky movies.
I can reenact him right now. You want to go to Rocky 1? I watched him 1,000 times, Chris. That's funny. I wrote down here, what's your favorite boxing movie? There's so many of them. It's easy to say Rocky like 1 or 2.
Yeah.
But like Cinderella Man was really good. But that's also a true story.
Yeah.
Raging Bull is a great movie, but also a true story.
I think you'd have to go with Cinderella Man, though.
Cinderella Man is so good.
Because it's more realistic.
I probably cried 3 times. Genoa Wholesale Foods, supplying quality since 1947. For over 75 years, Genoa Wholesale Foods has been your trusted partner for premium food supplies. Specializing in services to pizzerias, Genoa also caters to restaurants, bakeries, delis, and bars throughout northeastern Pennsylvania. They proudly offer a blend of both private label and national brands, helping you find the perfect products to meet your restaurant needs. With local deliveries and the care of a family-owned business, they are committed to making your success their priority. Choose Genoa Wholesale Foods for reliable, top-quality restaurant supplies that keep your business running smoothly. Genoa Wholesale Foods, locally owned and operated for 3 generations. Call Genoa today at 570-823-6142 or visit them online at www.genoafoods.com. My Uncle Jidge. You remember my Uncle Jidge? My Uncle Louie. He used to live next door to me at Bridge Street. You might have seen him in the town growing up. He never got married, never had kids, but his name was Jidge.
Yeah,
or Louie.
For some reason I don't. I'm not.
But he would tell me, he died maybe about 6-7 years ago. He was like in his 90s. We had a great life. But he would talk about going to old Madison Square Garden Bowl.
Yeah.
And seeing James Bruck and Braddock fight. He goes, how do you know about him? I go, I know more about old boxing. You had something to drink? I know more about older history of boxing than I can know about newer boxing, because I just loved growing up and watching that. But Cinderella Man, what a great movie.
Yeah, it was
sad, great, good actors.
But how do you not like the old nostalgia of it?
Mm-hmm. That's what makes it. The lighting.
Yeah.
The way they made the old, I had to look up them. Madison Square Garden Bowl. What the hell is this place? It was kind of outside of the skirts, but it's just like the history of it was just amazing. And then him beating Max Baer the way he did and becoming champion. And then you go on YouTube and you go watch those old fights. I mean, you could barely see what's going on.
Yeah, I have a small knit, close group of friends that were on a text thread, and almost every day, if it's not every other day.
That's good.
We're talking about this, talking about that, talking about life, whatever it may be. And somehow, some way, every single day, another fight comes up.
Oh, yeah?
Do you remember this fight? And we're going back. And some of the fights were, before we were little kids, but we all still watched them, watch the replays of them.
I love it.
Or we're comparing new guys that are out today to those guys from back in the past.
How's that go?
Yeah,
that's interesting.
Your arguments back and forth, your debates, I should say.
Yeah, debates for sure.
Compared him, I'm comparing him to, Marvin Hagler. Or comparing,
You ever? I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
You ever see the movie called Play It to the Bone? Woody Harrelson and
I know of the movie. I don't believe I've ever watched it. I'm really not a big movie buff.
Okay, it's Woody Harrelson and then what the hell's the other guy's fucking name? Shit. Anyways, they're best friends. They're both boxers, kind of washed up, tough breaks. And each had tough breaks, what they get into in the movies. Okay. So they train together.
All right.
And there's a big fight in Vegas, a Tyson fight in Vegas, and one of their undercards, the fighters got fucked up or whatever, right? They needed 2 fighters. So the promoters know these guys. They train in the desert. So they drove there. They reached out to them. They got them to agree to fight each other for $10,000 each or whatever it was. So now the whole movie is them traveling from their gym to Vegas to get there on time. And the one main guy is like a Don King guy, but an asshole, annoying, fucking yelling at people and shit like that. Really, really, really good movie. And then, then they get to the fight. So like the one guy's background was he was a really up and coming fighter, and then he got his big break at the Garden and got knocked out.
Okay.
And then Woody Harrelson's character, he was an up and comer fighter, really good record, all that kind of stuff, and he did something stupid to tarnish his name. So like they were both blackballed in a way, like because they screwed the promoters. The promoter was bitter, so the promoter got screwed over because he got knocked out. Right. Antonio Banderas, the other guy. So then they fight each other. Obviously, at the end of the movie, and they just it's a really, really good movie. If you're a boxing fan, it's a really good movie.
It sounds, I know I've heard of it, and it sounds familiar, but I just can't picture Antonio Banderas as a boxer, to be honest.
Play it to the it worked.
Yeah.
It worked. Like he was like a middleweight, like a lightweight middleweight, you know what I mean? But like there's a lot of boxing movies. Raging Bull's great, De Niro and Pesci. You can't go wrong with that. And a lot of that's true too. He was fucking crazy.
It's good stuff.
He was crazy. Imagine he'd be able to keep it together. Would he have been the best of all time?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Huh? Who's the best boxer of all time?
I believe Marvin Hagler.
Yeah. You think if Jake LaMotta was able to keep it together, he would have been?
I know a lot of people aren't going to like it, but no.
No, that's fair.
I don't.
So you don't look at Mayweather because he's 50-0 as the best because of his quality of fights towards the end of his career? That definitely comes into play.
It definitely comes into play. I mean, he's absolutely one of the greatest.
Sure. You're not 50-0 and not being in that conversation.
Yeah, I mean, but excruciatingly boring to watch, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, it's a painful fight to watch, a Floyd Mayweather, and that's my opinion. A lot of people think differently, but Money Mayweather, obviously, nickname fits perfect because he probably, you know, anybody that could sell $100 million of pay-per-view is obviously a talent and a skill just in itself. However, with that said, 90 million of those sales were paid to see him lose. Because people just don't like his attitude.
That's why I went to watch
his arrogance. But nonetheless, they pay. And he would be the first one to say that. He said it 1,000,000 times. You can pay to see me win. You can pay to see me lose. Don't matter to me.
Yeah,
you're paying.
Exactly.
You know, and
exactly. And he keeps winning, so it just keeps on making him more money.
Yeah, no doubt.
I can't believe him and Pacquiao are going to fight. Mayor Pacquiao.
I won't watch it.
Yeah.
Actually, he's a congressman.
He's a congressman.
Right?
I think that's what he was from this. He was never a mayor. He was a
congressman or like a senator.
Yeah, one of those two. I saw that said mayor. I'm like, I think he's a little high up in the government there. But do you like my White House Old Forge pizza?
I saw that. Yeah, you saw it coming. Yeah, that's the addition. That's a touchy topic now with a lot of people. So
I mean, what's the big fuck? Who cares? That ballroom was going to be beautiful. We're not going to get into politics on the show, but that ballroom is going to be beautiful. Who cares? People are getting upset about a house they're never going to go into.
Never.
It's our house. Oh, is it?
Is it really?
Is it? Which part of my tax money goes towards that? Could I stop paying the taxes for that house so I could save a little bit more money? I don't give a fuck.
Listen, again, we're going to upset a certain percentage of listeners.
Yeah.
But the bottom line is, I think the thing is being funded by
they're paying for themselves.
Private equity. I mean,
they're paying for themselves.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't give a shit. I care enough to talk about it.
It is what it is. Listen, in my life, I have so much going on that if one of my daily triggers or concerns
triggers the main word,
a ballroom
triggers the main word.
I'm sorry, I look at
triggers the main because it's one thing to talk about like we are, and leave it alone, but then there's when they get like lose friends over it and stuff like that. It's been interesting. Where are we at now? Interesting 10 months.
It's been an interesting 9 to 10 months. Yeah, so I don't know what the next 36, 38 months is going to hold.
I hope we survive it.
I don't know, but oh man.
Food Fight will always survive the craziness that's going on in our little bubble here. But yeah, adding Old Forge Pizza. Did you see my picture, Brian? I did. It was funny, wasn't it? It was hilarious. Got a lot of shares. Got a lot of shares.
It was hilarious to a certain segment.
Well, that went over a lot better than the. That went over a lot better than the picture of Donald Trump made out of food.
Oh yeah.
Ever show you that picture?
Yeah, I saw it.
Oh, that one got my DMs going.
Yeah.
And top fans.
Yeah.
Calling me a fucking asshole. I go,
know,
for what? You don't like bologna or cheese?
Right.
I hear you. I don't like bologna either. He goes, no, you know what I'm talking about. I go, I know, but I'm not going to entertain it because you're being ridiculous.
Right. That's why it's better just not even to engage.
Can't pass up food like
but
that. You can't pass up a picture like that.
As you've seen on my social media.
Oh, I see. You can fire it up too.
I just find it hard to not engage.
So as a business owner, you don't care.
You know, I used to.
I have to ask that question because a lot of kind of like the golden rule as a business owner is
No, it's a golden rule only by a certain segment.
That's fair too.
Okay,
let's get into
now.
that.
Look at if I was a carpenter, if I was a butcher, if I was a police officer, doesn't matter. Those individuals have their right to have an opinion.
1,000,000%.
Whether it's a boxing opinion or a political opinion. Mm-hmm. But all of a sudden, because you're an individual is part owner of a business or an individual owner of a business, now you're not allowed to have an opinion. I mean, that's just
that's what people were.
It makes no sense.
That's what some of my DMs made because they go, "You shouldn't be picking." I'm like, I didn't pick a side. Yeah. You have no idea who I support.
But even if you did, what's the difference?
So what?
You're not entitled.
I have reasons. I have reasons for what I support or what I believe in, and we should be able to talk about that. Just talk about it. Disagree and move the fuck on because at the end of the day, whatever we're arguing about when it comes to politics, we're gonna walk out this door, and more than likely, it's not going to be at our door when we get home waiting for us to fuck with us. Yeah. Certain little things, of course, do, but we can't stop it. Yeah. But for us to argue about a building because of an addition and then get mad at people and then you're not friends anymore.
Something as trivial as that.
There's really no need for that. I'm actually glad we're talking about that a little bit.
We've gotten into so deep into the woods over the last few years that I think we've lost all concept of reality of what's really going on. And we could go back several, and it's not just the president. We could go back, a dozen presidencies, but really there's other aspects with Congress, with the Senate, with local government.
Yes, thank you. I mean, the local government is the one that affects us the most in a way too. It affects
us the most, and the side dealings and everything else like that we could get into. But everybody's hand is out for something today, and we're talking about fascism, and we're talking about kings now and people. I mean, come on.
I had that King's BJJ hat on in my review. I've been wearing that lately. But I had it in my Black Fin review and other reviews, and then it was the same weekend as one of the parades or the get-togethers for the No Kings. The guy goes and he goes, "You shouldn't be wearing a hat like that for doing pizza reviews." I go, "Like what?" He goes, "Well, it says Kings, right?" I go, "Yeah, Kings with a Z. It's a fucking jiu-jitsu brand."
Yeah. I mean, come on. There's people getting.
I don't like Kings
getting thrown off airplanes for wearing a red hat. I mean, these days, where does this end? I mean, it's ludicrous at this point.
It is. It's. I'm in the middle, so it's like I watch it from the aisle from both sides. It's like, what's going on over there? Yeah. What's going on? We got a fire over here. We got a fire over here. They're gonna get together sooner or later. Yeah. We just and end of the day, what my buddy Keenan always says. At the end of the day, they don't really give a fuck. They care about themselves.
Listen,
could you imagine leaders being in place that actually cared about being a leader? I'm sure there's a lot of them, but they're outnumbered by the greedy people.
That's the problem.
They're outnumbered. The ones that want to make a difference, they can't because they're getting ganged up on people they don't even know they're getting ganged up on. It has to. Well, politics is politics.
Don't you think that a lot of that now is coming to the forefront? Don't you think that a lot of that greed, a lot of that self-centered do for yourself is being exposed
and
now?
People don't. Well, it's the more social media is present, the more social media is dominant, which is every day is more and more and more and more. Nothing's secret anymore. But
it's also false.
Yeah,
you get so much
information,
so much information that's untrue, but could be circulated through social media, and the average person looks at it and they're like, "Oh, it's got to be true."
Right. I was that person for a while.
How could it have been on Facebook if it's not true? Right.
I was that person back in the day, and then I realized, like, what if this isn't true? There's got to be a way to show it. And there's apps for that. I forget what the hell's the name of the one app. It'll give you 11 or 12 different news sources, and it'll tell you which way each news source is leaning. Yeah, and then it'll give you everything in the middle. So you're gonna get. I used to watch Fox News and CNN, and you would get the same story.
A different version. It's like, well, which one is fucking true? Can't you just tell the regular version? They were both guilty of sin about it. Yeah. That's why I watch independent news stations on YouTube now. Right. Someone made a comment once to me, "Oh, you watch YouTube news?" I'm like, "Yeah, what's your point?" "Oh, that's horrible." I'm like, "Right. What do you mean?" One, that's the way people watch stuff now. And what do you watch? ABC? Yeah. You watch Fox News? You're not gonna get these are independent news people on YouTube who will be kicked off their channel if they tell bullshit. Yeah. Do they stretch things once in a while? Sure, that's what news is sometimes, but they're
fundamentally, if you fact check it, it's going to be right. Are they all like that? No, there's ones that I don't even see anymore on the channels anymore because they're gone.
But even the quote unquote fact checkers,
Whose facts they checking?
whose facts are they checking? Yeah. It depends on what side of the aisle you're on or what side of the argument you're on. Because I now say argument because it's not, I would say in the past, what side of the debate are you on?
Right. Debating would be great. Everyone should be able to debate. If you had completely different beliefs, and so did Brian and so did me, there should be no reason why we can't have a conversation over a charcuterie board and some fucking cheese.
Right.
And just not get fired up. We might disagree on stuff like that, but and also super hot topics, that's when the fire starts to explode.
Well, anything political now is a huge charcuterie board. Okay,
yeah, it is. It is. And it's an ultimate food fight.
Yeah, there's a lot of hot peppers on that board.
There's a lot of hot peppers. You're sweating from those hot peppers. Yep. But, I've learned to stay away from the hot peppers for the most time. Once in a while, though, I will eat one so Brian can be entertained. I had beef jerky on here, Chris, the one time from the guys that make that sauce.
Okay.
It was like super hot beef jerky. I almost fucking died.
Yeah.
It was
hot-wise?
I'm a pussy.
Yeah.
I'm a pussy when it comes to spice.
I love hot stuff.
No, not
like
me.
That, yeah.
What's the hottest wing you make at Dooley's? You have to bring out the sauce.
We have one we call a flamer, and we have one that's chipotle flavor. I'm not good with the hot wing kind of stuff.
I got you.
I'm really not a wing guy, to be honest. I don't think it's that I don't like them. I really,
You guys make incredible chicken wings, and you're like, man.
You know what? But that's the thing. Okay, look you were just down Arcaro and Janelle's with Marky. I saw. Great friend. I love Mark.
That was a while ago.
Is he eating pizza on a Friday night? No, because he's made 999 trays of it already.
Listen to me. According to Mark, Angelo, and Amanda, all they do is eat pizza. You would think they wouldn't.
Look
you think they wouldn't.
Funny story though with Mark. He closes up his place, and I see him 5 or 6 nights a week. Because he just comes up the road. Is that
Who's that?
Mark Janelle.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's a great guy.
Yeah. Did he have open heart surgery? Somebody said that
he had I shouldn't say little, but he had a valve issue.
Oh, okay. Somebody was saying that. He was funny. He did not want to be on camera.
No.
Where's the sauce? Where's the sauce? We had to do that about 40 times.
Yeah. No, Mark is he's a reserved man. Not really a public kind of.
He's not, but I got him me and Amanda were like, you have to just say, but where's the sauce?
He's been out now for a while. He's been on the bench for a while, I should say, because we're used to seeing him, like I say, 4, 5, 6 nights a week, even if he just stops in for a drink. But here's a guy that has some of the greatest food in town, right? He's cooked his whole life. He's eats his whole life, dinners. And then comes out for a turkey sandwich at my place or something. I'm like, dude, what are you doing? And this is the point that we're saying, like, if you make that stuff all day long, 7 days a week, 12, 13, 14 hours a day, you eventually get sick of looking at it. Like I'm sick of looking at a chicken wing, to be honest,
I'd imagine if I made pizza every single day, I would not run to pizza. Eat every
it'd be
day.
something else.
At first,
to get away.
At first, I will. For a long time, right?
And then you'll criticize everybody.
When I used to cook, at Marvelous Mugs back in the day, I would love eating fried food all the time anywhere I went. Until I worked at deep fryers 3 nights a week. Right. The last thing I fucking wanted to do was order a deep fry. I don't want the poor deep fryer. I have to work back there. Right. And 2, I've eaten enough mozzarella sticks this week for everybody. That'd be the number one was this.
That's why he trains 5, 6 days a week, because he likes to eat.
I do. I have to. I eat a lot of ground beef.
Yeah.
Most of my meals, ground beef, rice, avocado. That's what I eat. Or chicken with Scotch sauce on top.
Yeah.
Chris, this is a great episode. Great round 2. Before we head out, I think we talked about everything. Well, how's Dooley's been doing?
Big League Chew.
Oh, Big League Chew. How's Dooley's been doing?
Dooley's is great, man.
Yeah? Anything new going on since the last time we talked? Anything going on for the winter time coming up, fall time?
This is football season right now. So obviously you don't mess with football season.
How's your Saturday Sundays going? Good?
Football's every day.
It is every day.
Remember
it wasn't every day?
Football is every day.
College started
Tuesday and Wednesday.
College started football every day a few years ago, right? They played a game almost every day.
College is Thursdays. Yeah. But there's NFL on Thursday.
Mondays,
some leagues,
Thursdays.
College, they play Fridays now.
Yeah.
And there's Saturdays. They don't, obviously, college doesn't mess on Sunday. You're not going to put a college game on a Sunday.
No, but it's football everywhere.
You Monday Night Football. Then you're off. You're off Tuesday, Wednesday. Then there's Thursday night. Then there's Friday night high school games. Then there's Saturday college games from, 11 in the morning till 2 a.m., you know? Then you go into Sunday, and then you got Monday night doubleheaders now.
Yeah. I live by the I live a few blocks away from the Wyoming Seminary's football stadium on Pierce Street down there in Wyoming. Yeah. And I was going for a walk. Now it's getting a little colder out for my walks, but I was walking around the one Friday. Game was going on. I just walked in, paid my $3.
Yeah.
I walked in, stood by the fence by myself,
Yeah.
watched the game for an hour, and I went back home.
Cheap entertainment.
Yeah, it's great. It was right down
yeah.
there. It was right down there.
Fun.
All right, so we got Big League Chew. Right, you want to try?
I can't tell you how much Big League Chew I've eaten in my life.
A lot?
Yeah.
Remember how you get a big piece of it down the Little League field?
Yeah.
You know,
My mother ran that Little League field stand
I
for
think
10
there's
years
still
back in the
some
day.
bags in my son's 20, he'll be 21. I think there's still some bags of Big League Chew in his old Little League bags. You know, that's looking at the packaging just brings me back to that. You know? Yeah. Yeah.
Big League. Look at that. That looks fucking fantastic.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to break off a piece for you. I'm not sure how much you want. Why, you coming in?
Is this like a pizza critique? I'm critiquing Big League Chew.
Here, wait.
Let's give an honest review.
Now, are we actually chewing this, or are we putting it like between our cheek and gum like you would like a chew?
When us young kids learn how to be addicts before even learn how to be an addict.
Okay, that was the quickest
good.
That was the quickest 1.2 second sugar rush I've ever gotten in my life.
Right, it's gone. Mm-hmm. At least you got the grape flavor, though, because this is the best one.
It's starting to get real bad. Mm-hmm. It's starting to get real bad.
Hey, why don't you hand me one of those napkins, too?
Yep.
It probably wasn't a great idea. Now you see why the kids chew it.
Oh, man. How much sugar's in here? Only 2 grams.
Per serving.
A serving?
And what do they call a serving there? How many?
8 strands.
There you go. Oh, 8 strands, yeah.
So this...
We definitely just had like 87
Yeah.
servings.
Yeah. Hey, you just took in enough sugar for the next 2 weeks.
This is a serving.
Wow.
Oh, no. I've been eating candy bars every fucking night of my life lately, so there's enough sugar to go around.
Yeah, I'm with you on that.
Oh, man.
Not the
Mine's
best.
like...
I'm processing the fact that it's almost dissolving.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's turning into not gum.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not getting that taste out of my mouth.
It's a
the rest of
liquid
the
right
day.
now. Yeah,
It's been a
yeah.
long time.
Yeah, I'm not getting that taste out of my mouth the rest of the day. Yeah. Tell you what, though, it was about, what'd you say, 1.2 seconds of nostalgia there?
Oh, yeah.
That was good.
Yeah,
You
that
see
was,
my, speaking of nostalgia, Chris, you see my Pizza Hut review?
I did. Did you? I
The Pizza
commented
Hut,
on
the
you.
Pizza Hut, you did. Yes, you absolutely did.
You know what, though? I don't know where you were at.
No, we're in the Tunkhannock Pizza Hut.
Oh, wow. I didn't even notice one up
So
there.
up in Tunkhannock is the Pizza Hut Classic.
The only one I know of anymore is, I told you,
The one in
Dunmore.
Dunmore is, so some asshole on the review goes to me, he goes, what's the big deal? They have one in Dunmore. I go, this, and the one in Dunmore is not like this. Oh, it's the same exact thing. I go, oh, it is?
Yeah.
I go, it is? I go, tell you what, bro, I'll meet you there.
Yeah.
We'll compare pictures.
Yeah.
And if I'm wrong, I'll buy you lunch.
Yeah.
But I'll let you know what I want for lunch because you're going to be buying me lunch. Don't
Yeah.
tell me it's the same fucking thing.
Yeah.
There's nothing like it. The outside is completely different.
Yeah.
People are
You know what, though?
bullshit.
That Pizza Hut pizza is just, it's like the Big League Chew here. Once you bite into a little piece of Pizza Hut pizza, it brings you back.
Look at that stuffed crust.
Yeah.
So this was the outside. This was the right here, Chris.
It's nostalgia, right?
yep.
It brings you back.
Look at the outside of that.
Well, that's still got the classic look
Oh, it was
to it.
perfect. Well, so when if you older photos of it, the lady that was working in it had been there forever, and she said that they remodeled it back to the 80s Pizza Hut to be traditional, to be considered a classic. Now, somebody reached out to me and said that there's one in Bloomsburg just like this.
Okay.
So I believe it's true. So that'd be interesting to see. But that review blew up, though. Oh, what a good time. So Tunkhannock. It's right on Main. It's in Tunkhannock. You got to go check it out.
I'm not.
Experience.
I don't get up to Tunkhannock very often, but
Me neither.
yeah,
Made a road trip, though.
you made a road trip just to go there.
I hung out with my buddy Joe. He owns a business called Symphony Sweets. He was a guest on here a few weeks ago. He makes all desserts. He has some deliveries. So I went to hang out with him for the day, did some deliveries with him, and then we went there.
Okay.
And it was absolutely great.
Yeah.
So Chris, before we head out, let the listeners know don't forget now, the fights are Saturday.
The fights are
There's still-
Saturday.
There's still general admission places left.
Yes,
'Cause
general
the ballroom,
admission. General admission, you can get right at the door.
we're going to be at Mohegan Sun Arena. Mohegan Sun Casino, not the arena.
Mohegan, Pennsylvania.
I know.
It's no longer Mohegan Sun. They did change their logo.
They dropped the Sun when I still worked there. But it's always Mohegan Sun. So we're going to be at Mohegan Fall Brawl at the Keystone Grand Ballroom in the Mohegan Casino. Pennsylvania in the casino.
Pennsylvania Casino.
It's not the arena.
No.
It's the casino.
It's the casino.
It's the better party destination.
It's an all-night affair.
You play craps, Chris?
Fortunately, no.
I'm going to get you.
I don't. I've, sadly, living right up the road here, I go down to the casino often. My wife and I go down for dinner.
If you don't gamble, it's good.
I don't gamble.
It's not sad.
At all.
That's a plus.
At all. Because I'm an addictive personality kind of person. I used to gamble football. I used to bet football. And it just, you don't win in the long run. You're going to win 500, 1,000, 15, or $2,000 even, whatever it may be. But how much money did you lose to win that?
Yes. The ones that actually win, I never seen them again.
Yeah.
The ones that lose, I see them 5 days a week.
Yeah.
Because they're chasing.
Yeah.
Chasing.
And like when you work like I work, I just can't see handing
Good for you. I love the gamble. That's why I don't.
Yeah.
That's why I don't.
Well, you were how many years did you work there?
I was 9 years as a dealer for.
Yeah.
But when I play craps,
right.
I get that fight night feel when I play craps.
Yeah.
I do. I get the butterflies.
Yeah.
Ready to rock and roll. It's just I never knew why craps was so popular, why people kept on coming into play every day. When I was dealing it, I didn't play it yet.
Right.
And after being a dealer for a couple of years, I finally played craps.
Right.
And so I threw the dice. I'm
it.
like, now I know why they come and play every day.
That
was it. I'm like, no, and there's no other explanation on why they play every day except for being at the table with money in front of you, watching those dice roll, even if you're not shooting.
But you can't control it. There's no control.
You should see these jerk-offs that were trying to set the dice. Like they were master dice shooters. Like, so they get the dice, they put it down on the table, they put them, match up the sixes, match up the threes, right?
Yeah.
So when they roll the dice, so the idea is,
It's going to roll so many
times. If you want the hard 8 to roll, right?
Yeah.
The 2 4s. You set them on the hard 4s. You set them in there. Then you get the dice, and they're like this. Right? They're like this. And they throw it like this.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay.
And then they bounce. And I go, sir, hit the fucking back wall. He goes, no, you don't have to hit the back wall. I go, you do.
Yeah.
House rules, back wall, every single time. If you don't do it again, you're not going to shoot. And then they would try to get away with this, some of them. Not all of them, but they would do it again. You know what happens? We dump the ball, and they can't shoot. They're like, what are you doing? I go, you're not shooting anymore. You can't do it. I go, this is our house. Do whatever we want.
Yeah.
We told you hit the back wall 3 times. Then the ones, you get the guys that come in, they're setting the dice, right? For a minute.
Yeah.
They go like this.
Yeah.
They set it, and then they spin it in their hands and shoot it. Oh, man. The idiots that would play that dice table, I couldn't get out of there fast enough.
Like there's a system to it,
Couldn't get out of there fast enough.
Yeah.
There's good betting strategies. There's ways not to roll the dice. There's ways to roll the dice. But there's a reason why the dice is hard to play, because the 7's going to roll, the odds, 18 out of 32 combinations is a 7.
Is that what it is?
That's why 7's the bad number.
Yeah.
That's around that number. So you think about it, the biggest combination is a 7.
Okay.
4, 3, 2, 6. That's why that's
mathematically,
the most combination coming up. And it's a fun game.
That's the math to it, I guess. I mean, if that's what the math shows, that's what the math shows.
I dealt an hour and a half roll once before. The math on that, the impossibility on that was not impossible clearly, but the probability of an hour roll without a 7 is incredible. And
it's not going to hit your 7.
Yeah, he didn't hit a 7. This guy rolled for an hour and a half. He did not roll a 7 in an hour and a half in the dice table. Usually sometimes the tables slow up because of the betting.
Right.
But the betting was going really solid, and he just kept on shooting. And at this point, the casino tries to do everything they can to disrupt this, change the stick person, change dealers repeatedly, pause the game for some bullshit, like whatever, like we're bringing a fill in, right? Nothing stopped this guy's momentum. The record is 4.5 hours in the boat at Borgata in Atlantic City. They have the table marked off. 4.5 hours.
Of just winning.
Just rolling every number but a 7. Rolling every number except for the one that's supposed to roll the most.
I would just have to roll it once.
It's a lot of fun, Chris.
And it's a loser, I could guarantee you. Yeah. So.
But if you have addictive personality, it's possible that you roll the dice once, be like, I'm never playing this again, or You're not putting the Dooley's deed down there. Fucking
right.
We're betting the restaurant, baby.
Yeah.
All right, Chris.
That's a gamble. But you know what's not a gamble? This Saturday night's not a gamble.
Saturday night?
This Saturday
November
night's
8th?
not a gamble.
Let's
You're
go
gonna
watch
have a
some
great
boxing
time.
matches, baby. I can't wait.
Look, it's an all-night affair. Get there early, have dinner, get on the floor, have a drink, have a Pepsi if that's all you're going to do.
Pepsi's going to be the soda?
My beverage
Pepsi or Coke. It's
promotion
fine with me.
is Corona.
LT Verastro.
LT Verastro. Mr. Pat Verastro, yes.
I may or may not had a couple conversations with Pat. Yeah. I'll talk to you after.
Pat's a huge
I'll talk to you after the show.
fan.
I'll talk to you after the show. He's going to be there? I'm sure.
He's sitting ringside, of
Oh,
course.
good. I'll come.
He's a sponsor.
Yeah, I know. So we're, anyways.
He doesn't miss a boxing
I'll talk to
show.
you more after the show. He's a great guy.
Great guy.
I was sitting at LT Verastro one day. He's like, we got to find a way to put you in connection with Conor McGregor's promotions. I go, Pat, the good thing about that is, one, I do MMA. I look like it. That's why I'm saying it.
What, Forged?
Yeah, something
no,
like that.
He's got Forged Irish Stout.
Yeah, he's like, he goes to me, he goes, Brian, he goes, I could call them up right now and say I'm sitting in the room with Conor McGregor right now.
Yeah, I was at his gym in Dublin, right?
Yeah, were you with Pat?
No.
You told me you went
I was
over
at
there.
Straight Blast Gym in Dublin,
You told me that story last time we were on the show.
My wife and I were in Ireland.
Yeah.
I went over to the gym.
Yeah. He told me a story that he met him as well. You told me that story last time.
Yep.
That was great.
Yep.
That was great.
It was a good time.
Yeah. What was better, Ireland or Italy?
Switzerland.
Oh, coming back. They have one of the best just like overall living experiences in the world.
It's so
Switzerland, right?
beautiful. It's almost like, don't get me wrong. Italy's gorgeous, obviously, but Italy's gorgeous for the past,
the history of it,
the
old
world, and it's gorgeous. But
Switzerland's we're gonna do it this way.
My favorite experience was Switzerland. I loved it.
That's great.
Absolutely loved it.
Love that.
It's like a movie set.
Nice. Yeah. Where could people buy tickets at the window?
At this stage, yes, it'll be at the window, and again, it's general admission ticketing.
Yeah.
Because there's
there's
almost 1,000 seats now.
Not a bad seat. And there's not a bad spot in that.
Reserved.
Yeah, it's a big ballroom, but boxers are bigger.
The room's gorgeous.
Boxers are big, so you'll be able to see them.
Well, you know what? I have 140-pound guys on the event, 160-pound guys, but this is not a strictly local.
I saw
event.
Some of the boxers that you got on there.
Where in a local event, a local show, you're going to see a 16-0 fighter fighting a 14-0 fighter.
I can't wait. Love that.
10-0 with 9 knockouts.
That's our main event?
No. This is undercard stuff.
That's
I'm
great.
still talking about.
Oh, I love that.
We've done big shows in the past, as you know, on ESPN. And
ESPN in the CYC?
In the CYC.
Oh, that was the CYC's coming out day, baby. That was great. Yeah.
But this particular card, now on those cards, those ESPN shows, you have a nice card put together, but your big fights are only 2 fights.
Okay.
It's your co-main event and your main event, because they're the 2 that are going on television. There's only 2 fights on TV, on ESPN Friday Night Fights. So they're not showing a whole card, otherwise it'd be a 4-hour program. Right?
Yeah.
Now, this particular event, this Saturday night, is probably the collection of the most talent that I've ever had on a show. This is not a local ballroom event.
I know what you mean.
This is a showbox, HBO. It's actually above an ESPN card with the talent that's on this show.
That's great. It's gonna be awesome. I'm looking forward to it.
It's gonna be fun.
I'm looking forward to it. This episode's gonna come out the week that's a few days before it, and then we'll get some extra promotion out of it.
There we go.
This is always fun to do, and then I'll be there. I won't be ringside, but I'll be close to it.
You'll be there eating a slice of pizza in the back.
I'll be judging the pizza
in the corner.
I'll be judging the slice.
Creeping around.
I'll be judging the pizza, looking at you. Yeah. Fight is next. They need someone. They need someone. So anybody drop out? You need a last minute replacement.
Unfortunately, I'm crossing my fingers. It's not going to happen, but it happens on every show.
Yeah, it's going to be great, man.
That's why
put Mike Baresi in there.
Mike,
have Mike be in. Have Mike. Shout out to Mike. He's on my show a few months ago. We had a blast.
Yeah,
we had a blast. Yeah, he told me some crazy stories.
Mike's gonna play his guitar, and he's gonna, if you upset him, he's gonna knock you out.
Yeah.
Okay.
He messages me a few weeks ago. Like, hey, you want to come spar? I'm like, you mean roll? He goes, no, spar. I go, fuck no. I want to come fucking spar.
We got a few. Mike's got a few dates booked up at Dooley's.
Oh, is he?
Yeah,
Oh,
he
I look out for his stuff.
He hits me up every couple months. Hey, I got this date, that date, this date. Can you use any of them? So I'll look through the calendar. Yeah, we got this one or that one.
He's a good guy.
Well, yeah, Mike's he's a good dude.
Before Mike came on Food Fight, I always felt we always both felt like we knew each other.
Yeah.
But we never met.
You know
It's
what,
so
though?
funny,
How many people are like that?
Yeah.
How many
meet
people
each
like
other.
that? We've known each other.
Yeah.
But it was only a couple of years back we met. I mean, so
You're absolutely right.
Yeah.
I met 2 people on Saturday up at the Scranton Market for the chili contest. Chef Gino, he works with Guy Fieri in Flavortown.
Okay.
You know what I'm talking about? Guy Fieri
yeah.
does it. And then my friend Erin, and she owns a pizza place, Armeni's. I felt like I know them. I just met them. But we hung out like we were 3 best friends judging chili because certain personalities, me and Brian, right from day one almost, man. Like I walked in here, met Frank and Brian. I was just telling you before, like when I switched over.
Brian spelled the right way.
Huh?
Exactly.
Exactly right. And just immediately feel welcomed by people.
Right.
When you meet people for the first time, they're standoffish. You remember that in a way.
Yeah, sure.
Unless there's a really good reason for it.
Right,
You know what I mean?
right.
Like they're busy and you see that. But like you meet the right people, you keep that clan going. I'm also learning a lot of something too, which is making me feel a lot better about this overall. A lot of times people just don't give a fuck. I used to worry about, what's this person going to do? People I don't even hang out with.
Yep.
They're not part of my circle, but
Right.
in a way they're on the outskirts.
The older
and
you
I'm worried
get,
about
the
someone
more
like,
you're going to realize that.
I'm worried about people, man, they're my friends, right? But these ones, they're not calling me every day. They're not seeing how I am. They're not invested in my life the way I'm invested in other people's lives. Does that make sense? Does that make sense what I'm saying? And the ones that are invested in my life, like my best friends, I care about what they think about what I'm doing, but I also expect them to understand it and appreciate it and let me be. Unless I'm doing something real stupid.
How many friends do you have that if you don't reach out to them, you're not going to hear from them?
A handful. Like how many good friends do I have where like they'll reach out to me as well?
Yes. I
have a handful.
Yeah.
And that's all that matters to me.
You have hundreds of associates. You only have a small, very small handful of friends.
And I used to worry about the 100 associates and not what my friends thought.
Yeah.
Then when I got sober and got in trouble in my hometown, which we both know very well, that's when I needed to turn back to my friends who I didn't burn, but I avoided hang out with. So I guess in a way I took away our friendship and our time together.
Yeah.
But guess who was there?
Right.
The ones that were there the morning I got out of jail.
Yeah.
The ones that was, hey, like Rocco.
Yeah.
Hey man, listen.
What can I do for you?
I'm pissed off at you.
Yeah.
I don't approve the way you've been living your life the last couple of years, and you know that. That's why I've been staying away.
Right.
But I love you, and I'll do everything I can to help you.
Right.
As he was throwing me out of his apartment.
Right.
But I knew why he was doing it. Like he didn't want me going back. Me going back to my mother was the best bet anyways. But all of that, but that's a true friend. He's my oldest friend.
Right.
And that's the people that matter the most, the ones that stand near. Then you meet new friends that are like, they seem like they're old friends. Like my buddy Mike, that we're doing the food fight stuff with together and like that. Even though we had a little breakup during our kitchen episodes, you know what I mean? We got mad at each other and all that kind of stuff. But true friendships, they find their way back to being real friends.
Yeah, always. Mm-hmm. Yep.
I love that.
Like I said, it's those ones, it's the guys that you think you've been friends with for a long time. But if it's not you picking up the phone and hey, checking in or calling them, then
not supporting you, hearing that they're making like high school, they're making funny behind your back. We're in our 40s, bro. Like, what is your I don't think about you at all. What is your fucking problem?
Guess what? I was in my 40s 2 decades ago. Okay,
I'm getting ready to leave my 40s.
I just hit 60. Yeah, I just turned 60.
When's your birthday? Not too long ago, right?
October 2nd. That's where I was away.
Oh, that's right. Happy belated birthday.
My wife and I went away for the birthday.
Love that.
That was she took me there.
That's great.
Yeah,
that's great. She took you there. Now you take her to boxing matches.
Oh, wait, you see. Don't worry. When her birthday comes, I know she's hitting me hard.
I love that, Chris. Man, Chris, thank you for so much for coming on Food Fight, promoting the fights. I can't wait to see them this weekend.
It's always fun.
I already asked you what your favorite food and everything was. What was it last time, your favorite food?
We always go with pizza. Pizza's everybody's favorite food, isn't it? Like, when it really boils down to it, like I could sit here and say, oh, I just love seared scallops. No. I mean, we love them.
I do love seared scallops.
Yeah, we love them. We love a steak. Everybody loves a steak. Everybody loves a good piece of chicken. But really, what does it boil down to?
Yeah.
Everybody's a pizza person deep down. It's just where are you getting it? What style? You know.
The problem with scallops is there's never enough.
There's never enough.
Never enough. I got some products on the table. Have you tried Angelo's sweet sauce yet?
I have.
From a Carolyn Janelle? It's good, isn't it?
There's nothing that's
There's
bad
nothing
there.
bad.
I mean, come on. There's nothing
When
bad there.
I went there to help them promote the sauces and make those videos,
Yeah.
I mean, they wouldn't let me leave without taking like 3 pizzas home. And then there's like, don't go anywhere yet.
Right.
I make a pizza for you.
Right.
White pizza. I made the white pizza with Mark.
Did you?
Oh, it was so much. The pizza, me making the video before me and Mark, when I actually made the pizza myself.
Right.
When I said this is my first time making Old Forge pizza. Now, I made pizza before.
Right.
But I never made Old Forge pizza.
Okay.
Inside the second iconic kitchen in Old Forge.
Okay.
Because number 1 is Gingerelli's pizza.
Yeah,
which we're not going to see again. I'm not going to be able to go in that kitchen and make a pizza.
Yeah.
But to make it.
Is it going to happen again?
I don't know, bro. I hope so.
But
to make it on our Carolyn Janelle's,
Yeah.
the place where I grew up around the street.
Right.
The street.
Yeah, right
Man,
up the
that was
block,
just
right? You
nostalgia
grew up
over
right up the block.
Right up the block. Right by St. Mary's.
Yeah.
Whatever they call it now, it's always St. Mary's.
Yeah, it's always St. Mary's. Yeah.
Old Forge is that town, man.
Yeah.
I love it.
It is.
I know you're a Riversider.
I am.
But you're an Old Forger too, baby.
I'm an Old Forger. I've been an Old Forger
Yep.
now, but I'm a Riverside grad.
Riverside and Old Forge is not like it used to be. The rivalry, am I right?
No,
it's nothing like it.
No, it's not like it used to
No.
be. I mean, hey, listen, the kids still battle it out, and they still have a rivalry, and I respect that.
It's not
but
like it used to be, though.
It's not like it was in the
You know what-
70s, 80s.
You know what might have made it different? I could talk all day. You know what might have made it different?
Social media.
Social media. It brings too much attention to it now.
social
There's no
media.
secrecy to it. You know, if we wanted to we got into that big fist fight in Family Affair parking lot in 98, there was no social media post. We drove around for 3 hours.
That was
cooking that up after the basketball game.
But you said 98.
98.
Right? Okay,
97,
so
98.
go back into the early 80s, the late 70s, when we used to have arranged fights
Love it.
in the remember Antonio's? or
Sure.
no?
Yeah. Oh.
The Antonio's parking lot.
Mm-hmm.
They were arranged fights. Hey, so and so's fighting somebody. So
tonight
you're coming down to watch it. You know,
I got into a fight in that parking lot more than once.
sure you have.
Antonio's. Keith Malinowski talked to Mario about 4 months ago.
No kidding.
Yeah, I was doing an investigation on the Antonio's pizzas in the area. They're all connected with the same family in a way. Every Antonio's in this whole area.
Yeah.
All comes from like one original OG recipe.
Yeah.
And then family members bought off the places. The story's crazy. And Mario was a big part of that, but he's leaving for a year, never coming back.
Yeah.
Mario, we miss you in your Italian hoagies.
Yeah.
All right, Chris, I have some stuff to take home with you. You're gonna take some you like granola? So
Yeah,
it's
of
not
course.
your granola you're going to buy at the supermarkets. Laura makes it. My sister's granola. It's
Okay.
fantastic. But you try that, and we got some hot sauce there from Scotch sauce. Delicious.
I'm a hot sauce guy.
Wait till you try that.
I love hot sauce.
It's more than just a hot sauce.
I put it on everything.
Wait till you try that.
Yeah.
Let me know how you taste about that. Okay.
Who's the maker?
Scotch Sauce LLC.
Okay.
Yeah. They're Brogan, right? Brogan Scotch and his brother, his friends, two partners.
They try to stay.
Brogan's the face.
Out of where? Where are they? Where are
They're
they?
Scranton.
Oh, they're Scranton guys.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
then
yeah.
You got it. Then you got to support it.
Oh, what do you try that sauce? I'm not the kind of guy who's. I'm more like maybe some wing sauce and some boneless chicken thighs.
Yeah.
I put that shit on. I put that on. Accidentally put it on a little bit of pasta. A guy touched it. I'm like, this is fucking good.
Oh, I put it on. I put hot sauce on
Yeah.
everything.
That's a
literally
little,
everything.
That's a little more than hot sauce, but you're gonna enjoy that,
Yeah.
Chris. All right.
Awesome.
All right. Chris Coyne, owner of Dooley's, promoting the fights this weekend coming up at Mohegan, Pennsylvania. I worked at Mohegan Sun for a decade, so Mohegan, Pennsylvania, in the Keystone Grand Ballroom, and that ballroom is grand.
It is grand.
So
It's gonna be a great
tickets
time.
still available. Come check it out. Like Chris said, it's going to be a whole night event. Come in, tons of places to eat inside there. Walk around, play some games, entertainment. There'll be bands playing, and then you walk over to the ballroom and you get to see the fights all night, and then the party continues in the casino. It's going to be a shit show that night. I can't wait.
Oh, it's going to
Can't
be
wait.
a
I'm looking
shit
forward
show.
to it. I'm looking forward to it. I haven't gambled in a couple months. Ever since I saw you post this, I'm like, I'll be gambling that night. So I've been saving my money for it.
Putting a few dollars aside every week for it.
I have to put money away. Like I can't just go to the ATM and take that money. I could. It's the same thing anyway. But I can't go to the ATM, take $200 out, $300 out, and then lose it because they're holding.
All right, so
I lay in my bed miserable.
I might like tuck you 100 or two and say, look, put this on for me and see what we could do.
All right. Sounds great. That sounds great. You be my bodyguard. We're going to do some big fight promo pictures right now. All right, Chris?
Sure.
All right. My name is Brian DiMattei. I'm your host of the Food Fight Podcast. Chris Coyne was here all the way down from up the street you live, right? You live in Dallas, right?
No, I'm up in the opposite direction, Bear Creek.
Bear Creek. Oh, you live. For some fucking reason, I thought Angelo Recchi, who owns Luca, was in Bear Creek. If it was you,
Yeah.
I lived in Bear Creek.
me.
I don't know
I'm in
why I
Bear
got
Creek.
that
I'm
mixed
right up
up
the
that
hill
one
there.
day, but this was a great episode. I'm looking forward to the fights on Saturday.
Can't wait.
Can't wait.
Thanks
Chris.
for having me.
Awesome.
Thank you.